Good morning, Assalamu alaikum, Sat Sri Akal, Jai Sri Ram. So, all here, fantastic. How was the day? How was the weekend that is coming up? And how was the evening? Great. We've been talking about how to become great. We've been talking about knowing yourself. This week we've been talking about how to become a great salesperson, specifically in the field of real estate in Dubai. Yesterday we talked about product knowledge and how product knowledge makes you and separates you from everyone else out there in the market. We have had this discussion. In Dubai, everyone is a broker, especially for real estate. Why? Because they think that this is the quickest way to make money. This is the quickest way to become rich. Take my word for it, it is not. You might have an overnight success. You might come across a deal which will make you a millionaire overnight. However, it is not the quickest way to make money. For us real estate professionals, we who are in this for the long run, it is blood, sweat, sleepless nights, endless meetings, hundreds and thousands of calls in a week, month, year, non-stop follow-ups. That is what is required. So those who are in this to make a quick buck, they make the quick buck and they are done. However, we are not here to make a quick buck. We are here, we are here to be the best, the greatest advisors, brokers, consultants, investment managers that a prospective client will find in the real estate market in Dubai. We are not a limousine driver who comes across a client and they pass that client on to a broker and make a couple of 100,000 dirhams, maybe on a very big deal. We are here to consistently make millions year after year after year. And for that, as we discussed and as we have been discussing, we need to build ourselves up. We discussed this earlier as well. If the brand does not sell, what sells? The cheapest. So we are here to build first and foremost ourselves, our brand. Then in parallel to that, the organization that we are working with, we build up that brand. When we build up that brand, we are also building up, adding up to the brand of Dubai, specifically Dubai's real estate. In my long stint in Dubai, I have seen hundreds of thousands enter the Dubai real estate market, thinking about becoming rich overnight, and then quitting because they didn't become rich overnight. It's a great inspiration to see someone enter and succeed very fast. It's great. However, remember this, that overnight success, if not followed up consistently by doing what you did to become that overnight success, will make you a fortnight failure. By the end of the fortnight, you are done. The money has come in, you blow it on expensive cars, expensive foreign vacations, expensive watches, blah, 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 blah. And then the next deal does not happen for 5 years. So we talked about product knowledge, and then we talked about specialization. Specialization will make you, it is the necessity of this market. We discussed about luxury areas yesterday. How many luxury areas are there in Dubai? If we count the super luxury areas and the luxury areas as one big set, there are more than 15, 16 areas. And each of them have huge number of villas, apartments, penthouses. All of that is there. Okay. Good morning. Hey, Fernando. Awesome job, guys.
Thanks.
Again.
Thank you.
So Fernando did what I was talking about consistently, without fail, no days, no nights. We'll share the screenshot in this video with you. An hour call, then another 15, 18 minutes call, then again an hour's call, consistently, not taking a no. We'll come to that. We'll talk about how to be very professional and not take a no. And that will come if you have the product knowledge. Okay, that is one part of it also. So, we talked about specialization. You need to specialize, you need to find your niche in every segment of the market. Identify a super luxury area, a luxury area, a medium segment area, and a budget or an economical segment area. Off-plan and secondary market. Once you've done that, then go for super specialization. Become a villa specialist. Become a penthouse specialist, become a restaurant specialist, become a hotel specialist, become a warehouse specialist, become an industrial land specialist. But you need to start from the very bottom. You cannot build a building in the air. So remember this. Specialize in 3 areas in each segment. Then when the time comes, when you are ready, and you will yourself know that you are ready. If you are following everything that I have been sharing, you will come to know yourself that yes, I am now ready to become a super specialist. Then maybe become an ultra specialist. Now I've discussed with you a couple of industry colleagues who are ultra specialists. Okay, there is a person who specializes only and only in Burj Khalifa. They sell, they buy, they advise only on Burj Khalifa. There is another person who I've discussed about. She specializes only in Palm Jumeirah. Okay, I know a person who specializes only in hotels. Doesn't do anything else. Adil is a super specialist in Al Barari villas. Simon is a super specialist in ultra luxury Jumeirah area. So he does only La Mer, Bulgaria Islands, and the Jumeirah GCC only villas. Now he's expanding to Marsa Al Arab, which is right next to Burj Al Arab, where you have one of the most expensive apartments that was sold. 420 million dirhams was the cost of that apartment. It was sold in Marsa Al Arab. So he specializes only in that area. Super specializes only in that area. Because these are small developments. So, if you know yourself, all the personality traits and the skills that we discussed in module 1, and then the sales skills specific that we've been discussing for the last 1 week, you are developing that as well. And all of this has to happen together. And to all of that to happen together, you gotta get what? Organized. You have to get organized. Your life has to be organized. Your personal life has to be organized. Your professional life has to be organized. Your knowledge gain has to be organized. Your meetings have to be organized. Your phone calls have to be organized. Your WhatsApp messages have to be organized. Your emails have to be organized. Each and everything that you do has to be organized. Life is chaotic. That is what separates us humans from the rest of the animal kingdom. We are, as in Quran, in a book that I believe in, we have been called Ashraful Makhluqat, which means the best of the creations that God Almighty has made. And we are the best of the creations because He has given us the ability to bring organization, order out of chaos. Look at your lives. Look at your lives on a daily basis. There are hundreds of thousands of people in this city, millions in the city. Dubai is called the Millennium City. Dubai is called the city of dreams in the desert. Okay? What if Sheikh Rashid did not have the vision and the dream of creating Jebel Ali Port and Jafza Free Zone? It was a desert. It was out there in the ocean. And everyone had beaches and everyone had access to financing and funds and everything else. He brought organization out of chaos, created Jebel Ali Port. And then from there, Dubai kept growing. What if Sheikh Mohammed did not have the vision of taking his father's vision to the next level? The 2008 and 9 market crash, global market crash, Dubai's real estate got decimated. 80% devaluation in the values. 80%. Go on to the DXB Interact and look at the historical graph. What the prices were. The prices have not yet reached that level. And if we adjust for inflation, they might never reach that level. Burj Khalifa floors and apartments used to sell for 14,000 dirhams a square feet. 16,000 dirhams a square feet. I had 11,000 square feet floor from one of my clients for which I got an offer for that client for 150 million dirhams. That is how high the market went. And in that chaos that was there, the human being's mind, Sheikh Muhammad's vision, Sheikh Muhammad's integrity, his passion to create and make Dubai the best that there is, it came into force. He adjusted, he pivoted, and he kept the dream of Dubai alive. The 2020 Expo, again, you know, nearly a decade after the chaos of 2009, the 2019 corona pandemic hit, when billions of dollars had been invested in making 2020 the biggest show in the world. Expo 2020 didn't happen in the year it was supposed to happen. Again, in that chaos, he organized everything else. He's got a team. You know, that is the best thing about, the best of the people, the greatest people in the world. The greats always have greats around them. So if you want to become great and you let your inner greatness shine, that will attract more great people around you. Without any doubt. He pivoted around again. The whole team pivoted. Nearly for 10 years, nearly for a decade, Expo 2020 had been slowly and aggressively. It was being pushed as the greatest show in the world. Didn't happen in the year that it was supposed to happen. Pivot. Organize in that chaos. Happened in 2021. Still wasn't the greatest success, the biggest success that was expected to be. However, you aim for the stars, you will reach the moon. You aim for the ground, you will go below, you will get buried. So always aim for the stars. Don't be disappointed if you are not able to achieve the results that you wanted to achieve. Start the journey. If I stand here and if I just keep thinking about my goal, I have a goal. If I just keep thinking about it and keep planning about it and keep writing, long notes of what I need to do, etc., 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 that is step. But I need to take the second step and the third step and the fourth step and the fifth step. Maybe I need to step back sometimes. Then I need to step forward again. But I need to keep walking. I need to keep on that journey. Else I will remain where I was, with a great plan, awesome, books and notebooks filled with all kind of junk, and do nothing. So he pivoted, made Expo 2020 happen in 2021. The total number of visitors expected didn't come. No issues. We continue on. And today, the real estate market of Dubai is at its best since 2008. So don't be disappointed. Persevere. Consistently keep doing things that will let your inner greatness shine. Keep doing. Failures are failures only when you quit. Failures are failures only when you quit. Otherwise, they're just a learning experience. If I step back on my path for whatever reason, and if I don't again move forward, that is when my goal that I have created for myself is unachievable. But if I step back, regather my resources, and then again step forward, I'm still moving towards my goal. So taking a step back, having a failure, a client who is really keen on buying something, and then he or she goes there and buys it through another broker, or does not buy for whatever reason. is a failure. But if I decide, oh damn, this client is gone, now I'm done, then you are done. Okay? So we talked about specialization. I've given you the pointers on how to identify where to specialize and how to specialize and what you need to do about it. You need to gain knowledge about it. Today, we'll take it on a lighter note because from Monday, we are going to go very intense. Right? All these first and second modules that we have done already, we are going to build up and we are going to move really fast in module 3s and module 4s. So I want you to spend your time reviewing all that I have shared over the weekend, today, and Monday onwards, there will be no stopping. I'll move really very fast because there are concepts that need to be hammered into you. If they are already there, and I'm pretty sure they're already there, they need to be just pulled out from the cold storage, and I want you to start using them. For those of you who have never had a conscious or an organized training on this or an organized knowledge share on this, it might be a new knowledge share. It will be a new knowledge share. However, I want you to move fast with us. The way I'm sharing knowledge is in a way that will help you become better. As I've been telling you, I won't spoon feed you. I will never spoon feed you. I'll give you pointers. I'll give you a guide. I will help you with a seed of the idea, seed of the skill that you need. I want you guys to go out there and grab the knowledge about it. This is the way I always knowledge share for one critical reason, and that is I want you to internalize it yourself. At one point in time, I was leading a team of masters in computer applications, BTechs in computer sciences, despite having no technical formal university qualification. Okay? And I was able to do that because I was not spoon-fed by my trainers. Because if I spoon feed you, you will be content with all the information that goes into you, and then it will pass through your system and turn into shit. But if I make you work for it, that will enter your system, turn into muscle, mind muscle, not the bulking up muscle. Okay? And it will increase your strength. It will increase your strength, and what happens when your strength increases? You become more resilient. And once you become more resilient, you will be able to face all kinds of disappointments, all kinds of successes with equanimity, with equal focus towards your goal. Every step that you take towards your goal is a success. Every step backwards is a failure. However, you have not yet achieved your success. So, today's module is short. Today's module is very focused on one thing and one thing only. I'll come back to this word. Each one of you, those who are present, those who are not present, this weekend, if you have not yet organized yourself, get organized. From your personal life to your professional life. Read the books that have been shared with you. I'll keep sharing now books that you should read, which will help you become better as a person, as a professional, and on the whole. Get in the habit of reading. I cannot stress it more. If you do not read, this will not work. It won't work. Read about the areas you want to specialize in. Start identifying areas. For the last 2 weeks, the things that we've been talking about, know yourself. These 2 weeks should have already given you a good idea of what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what you need to work on, what are the threats that will destroy you if you do not address them right. I have a client, brilliant financial mind, amazing ability to bring together global money in any market. Global, and I'm talking big numbers, like really big numbers. Numbers the size of Dubai's economy. That is the level that client plays at. Their biggest threat was their temper, was his temper. It still is. Achieved success at a very young age, super success at a very young age, wheeling and dealing with the presidents and the rulers of countries at a very young age, 23, 24. Right off the college or university, he got to join one of the biggest private investment firms in the world with assets of around $1.2 trillion under management. Morning with the president of Nigeria, afternoon with the prime minister of Spain. That kind of movement was what he was having. His temper nearly destroyed him. His temper nearly destroyed him. So it isn't that, if you are successful, you actually know about yourself completely. You might think that this is a strength. Anger can be a strength. If channeled properly, anger is a strength. It is not can be. Channeled properly, anger is a strength. Channeled properly, anything is a strength. Envy is a strength. Ego is a strength. All the negatives that we talk about, that this is negative, that is negative, it is negative because you made it negative. It is not negative in itself. Think about this. It is not negative in itself. It is negative because you have made it negative. Your anger, channel it properly. You are angry at a broker who has, bypassed you and gotten a deal done where you were supposed to make 100,000 dirhams, 1 million dirhams, 10 million dirhams. Channel your anger. Next time, make sure that you do all the paperwork required. Right now, I have a client who is, selling a very premium asset, and I have a couple of prospective clients who are interested in that asset. However, I did not propose that asset to my prospective clients till the time I got all the paperwork done. Tell me something. You have a client, you have a deal, and in the rush of getting things done, you bring the buyer and the seller together. Okay, they start dealing with each other. You let go of the control of the deal. Then whatever comes to you, comes to you. And it's not that I have stopped making these mistakes. I still make those mistakes. I made this mistake last year and I lost 385,000 dirhams in commission. So it isn't that I am beyond those mistakes. I made that mistake because of trust. Client with whom I've had a relationship for the last 15 years, I trusted him to honor the agreement. Because he was unwell, he was traveling to Germany for his treatment, etc., etc. I trusted him. Fine. I have a 15-year relationship with this client. I trusted that person. Lost 385,000 dirhams. Coming back to the discussion, you let go of control of the deal. So it is your fault. It was my fault. Not having done all the paperwork necessary. So learn from it. Be angry at it. And every time you are on that deal or on any deal, remember that disappointment, remember that frustration, remember that anger, and get it done. Every deal has a flow. Get that deal flow structured properly. Every time follow those steps. Don't compromise on them. I am working with a broker from a very big firm on a very big deal right now. The broker was pushing for XYZ. I said, this is how it gets done. The broker went, silent, completely silent. The property belonged to a very prominent client and contact of mine in Dubai. I have a very good relationship with them. I kept them informed. This is what is happening. I said, Sadiq, fine. Please keep us informed. That's it. Don't be embarrassed. Do not assume what the client is going to think. Never assume. Say it out. The client actually called me up for a coffee. He said, Sadiq, why don't you come? Let's have a coffee. We haven't had a coffee together for a very long time. Went to their office, sat down, had a coffee, discussed all sorts of things. Right now, their 11 buildings are coming up for management. Their management contracts are ending with the existing companies. He wants me to take a look at the management contracts and see what is the best rates we can get, even from the existing companies which are managing. Roughly 11,000 units. So I've built up that relationship. But do not compromise on the paperwork. Do not compromise. Do not compromise on the steps needed to succeed, to become great. You compromise on one thing, then you will compromise on the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth, and that is it. Just keep compromising in your life. There is a difference between adjusting and compromising. Remember that. No, we've heard these news clips and all that. X was found in a compromising situation. Compromising hits you, your brand, and everything. When you adjust, it's a conscious effort. When you compromise, it is because of the circumstances. Remember this, it's a very fine distinction. Very fine distinction. You adjust consciously, you compromise because you are now in a situation which, because of the mistakes that you have made, you cannot control. Okay? Get organized, guys. 2 weeks of videos uploaded. Take a look at them, review them, and get it done. Because come Monday, I won't stop. The video recordings will not be shared. I have given everyone ample time to understand the value of this knowledge share. Now the core knowledge share will start. If you don't have the structure that we had discussed in the last 2 modules in place, even if you join that knowledge share, you will be left behind. You will not be able to catch up. So this is the last chance I'm giving to everyone who's here, who's not here, who have all the information that I have shared. Get into that mode, because the next 2 weeks are going to be brutal. There's going to be a bloodbath. Literally, there's going to be a bloodbath. So, let's end this knowledge share on a high note. Once again, Fernando, awesome talk. Thank you.